So this morning I pulled a card, and it is spiritual understanding. I thought, oh, this is actually a great card for this morning's meditation. And it says, I am bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you to understand spiritual truths. And then in it is the Merkaba. If you guys are not familiar with the Merkaba, and there is a dove above it. And the primary focus is learning to see the world through symbolism. And then what does that look like? So can you guys think in your own mind, when you resonate, when something pops up for you, you sort of just resonate it with your spiritual practice? So for me, it's 33. And I've been seeing 33 over and over and over, to the point where I'm like, okay, obviously there's communication attempting to happen. And so then I have to be more patient with what is it that I'm supposed to be learning or receiving. Anybody else have something that you resonate with? A bird? Cardinals. And so when you see a cardinal, what does that mean for you?
Like, hey, I get it. Somebody's watching for me. It's such a spiritual being. Like, I think it's always my dad or my best girlfriend passed away.
So you resonate with people on the other side. Okay. Does somebody else want to share one of their symbols?
11.
11. And what does 11 mean for you?
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Okay. So, and anybody see a lot of snakes? Snakes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And what do snakes symbolize? It does represent, Lisa. Yeah.
Oh, I can see frogs in my head.
And frogs, right? So maybe you'll have to look and see frogs. So the whole idea is to start to stir. You've probably been seeing symbols, but not necessarily connecting the dots. Have you been seeing a lot of symbols?
Bugs.
Bugs are a good symbol.
Bugs.
Okay. So as we close our eyes and draw our attention inward today, be open to the possibilities that maybe you're experiencing symbols in your meditation practice, and then allowing them to unfold. So we'll close our eyes and draw our attention inward. Now, one of the things I've been talking a lot about in the beginner's introductory program is not jumping right into the deep end, but starting in the shallow end and then sort of working your way into the deep end. And I want to encourage you to do that as well in your meditation practice. As you draw your attention inward, you will naturally see yourself slide deeper into the practice without force. It is impossible to be actively aggressive in your spiritual practice or to receive a relationship with the divine. And the more we soften, that connection happens more with grace. And we're starting to discern the influence of our will. And the will has a direct relationship to pride. So we want to make a huge grounding cord that is able to help us process those aspects of ourselves, our will, our pride, and the delusions that come with those things. The will and the pride come with a price. Earth energy comes up through the leg channels. It moves right into the first chakra. And it spins it, goes down the grounding cord. The earth energy will remove the many masks we wear. The masks come with the price. And the price is self-love. Self-sacrifice. The earth energy will move up the front channels, moving through each of the 7 chakras within the physical body and out the top of the head. And I'd like you to connect it with the 8th chakra that resides above the crown. It's going to spin around in the 8th chakra. And that same earth energy is then going to move down the back channels. So it'll come in from the crown. It'll go down the Shishimna. It'll go down the grounding cord, back to earth. Allow each of the chakras to be stretched. Bringing your attention that the softer you are, the stronger you are. Let the earth energy move down the arm channels and out the palms of the hands. And beginning to embody grace. This is grace. As grace washes over you, goes through you, makes space between you and your intellect. It doesn't have to be large, it can be a centimeter. Wrap your intellect in a bubble of grace. Let your body soften a little bit more. Perhaps you can breathe a little bit deeper. Perhaps you stop holding your breath. Explore the intensity of grace. Not to be in resistance to or denial of. Initially, when we're working with energy, it feels maybe foreign is a way you can resonate with it, or extreme. As you practice it with repetition and your discipline, it becomes your new normal. It's not as obvious to you. So as we sit in this meditation, it doesn't necessarily mean that grace went away. It just means you've acclimated to it. How does it feel to acclimate with a higher vibration? How will this show up in your physical reality? How will it show up in your spiritual reality? How does this shift your senses? Your barometer is relationships. Your interests, your choices, your way of being. What is your way of being? Look to your addictions. Addictions like perfectionism, anxiety, fun, any emotional addiction that keeps you from experiencing grace. And we must not forget sarcasm. Set your intention for today. Maybe you set your intention for the week while you're resonating here at Grace. Instead of using our intellect, perhaps we use our soul. What would our soul like us to focus on this week? And we'll stretch up towards the sky, come out of trance.